At 2:51 a.m., Rachel woke to the wailing of sirens. She'd fallen asleep on the sofa listening to the storm rage outside her window. The wind howled beneath the eaves, moaned down the chimney, and Rachel was strangely lulled by its mad symphony. The room was still warm, but the fire had waned. She rose and placed another piece of wood on the burning embers. She watched until it caught, then went out to the kitchen. More sirens. They seemed close. She looked out the small window over the sink, wondering what had happened, but could see only her own pale reflection in the rain-battered glass. Lightning flashed silent and eerie in the window, casting the old elm tree an unearthly light. So stark were its tortured branches, it no longer resembled the tree she had climbed in and swung in as a child, but some evil apparition, like a tree in one of those old Bela Lugosi flicks that had held her spellbound. You saw too many of them. Feeling the headache returning, she washed down a couple more Tylenol to hopefully ward it off. She'd been living on the damn things lately. The sirens had stopped. Silence now. She went back to thinking about those old movies, about how the scary stuff always seemed to happen in the midst of a thunderstorm. As she stood there, a blinding flash of lightning turned night into day. Rachel's heart lurched at the sight of someone standing out by the old elm tree, staring straight in at her. Darkness fell again, and the watcher was gone. A fleeting silhouette caught in the blue-white glow, like a negative of a photograph instantly swallowed up by the night. She could see nothing now, only the blackness, the rain streaming down the glass, and her own reflection. But she sensed him out there. Her pulses were racing, her mouth dry. The fine hair on her arms tingled as if brushed with electricity. I saw someone. I know I did. Moving closer to the window, Rachel waited for the next flash of lightning to confirm what her eyes had clearly seen. Iris Brandt's words echoed in her mind. You're in danger here, Rachel. Terrible danger. She shivered involuntarily. The next flash came, but revealed only the tree in its contorted shape. No one standing beside it. Her imagination? A trick of the lightning, maybe. You're losing it, Rachel. Thunder cracked, reverberating through her body, giving her a sense of being caught in the eye of the storm. She moved away. A torrent of rain rattled the windows in their casings. Lightning stabbed the objects in the room in otherworldly light, making them appear to jerk about in a mad, convulsive dance, as if alive. Drained and exhausted, as if the storm, rather than infusing her with its energy, was stealing what little she had left. I need to go back and lie down. I don't feel well. As she was about to go into the living room, the bulbs in their 3 tulip-shaped shades flickered threateningly. She stood perfectly still. No, please, she whispered. She fixed the lights with her gaze, as if she might impose her will on them to remain bright and steady, but they flickered a second time, and again, dimming lower and lower, finally abandoning her to the darkness. Damn, what next? She felt along the edge of the counter, closed a hand around the last drawer handle. Pulling it open, she rummaged inside for the broken candles and the card of matches she'd seen there earlier. Her fingers fumbled over curtain hooks, a corkscrew, an iron caster from a long-discarded item of furniture its owner apparently figured would come in handy at some point. At last, her hand closed around a short, chunky candle. The smooth, waxy feel of it lent comfort. She came up with 4 candles of varying lengths. She found the matches, lit one of the candles, and set it on the kitchen table, dispelling a layer of the thick, inky darkness. She placed 2 more candles at either end of the counter, bringing welcome light into the room. The flames made wavering circles on the ceiling. The last candle she took into the living room, letting the small flame guide her step. She was about to set it on the mantel when someone knocked on the front door. She spun around, the movement creating a draft that blew out the flame. Now only the glow from the fireplace kept her from being in total darkness. The silhouetted figure by the elm tree leapt to the forefront of her mind.